What's up, guys? This is Not Your Ordinary Barber with N.Y.O Barbershop.
So yeah, this is Chris here with N.Y.O podcast.
So today we got a special guest with us today, someone that means a lot to us. We got Designs with us. Let them know your name, so on and so forth.
What's up, guys? I feel really emotional, and I really feel proud to be on this podcast, to be back home. I take my time for a little bit, but I'm back at it. My name is Luis Martinez. En las redes sociales como Barbero me conocen por menordesign 18, and I'm here. You know, any question, anything that we can, break it down and let people know my history and you guys' history too.
Cool. If there's anything that you don't feel comfortable saying in English, just let us know. We'll translate or whatever.
No, don't you worry. I'm gonna speak Spanglish if anything. Don't you worry. I'm cool
Perfect.
with that.
How you feel today? What's up?
I feel great. I feel like I say pretty grateful to be here.
Cool.
And you know, yes, take it day by day and trying to focus on the little things that sometimes we not focus because we too focused on working, 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 and yes, enjoying every moment, every second of the life that God provide for me and for all of us.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. How a lot of people don't realize, right, that there's sometimes you get so focused and you get so lost and so ambitious, because that's the word. You get ambitious. You get to the point where you see yourself wanting something that you actually kind of forget about people.
All right.
Yep.
And it's not really that you forget about them, it's that you actually get to a point where it's like all you're thinking about and all you're doing is what you have in your head, what you're focused on. You get tunnel vision, right? But sometimes some people feel like as if you go and you're doing your own thing, you're forgetting about them, you're not giving them attention, you've changed, like all these things. I haven't met anybody that's successful in anything at all that hasn't gone through something like that. You know, what do you do yourself to stay focused and keep those close to you that you want to keep close?
That's a great question, actually. And I'm gonna bring a little bit for what you're saying before. And it's like pretty true though, like myself and like you say, a lot of people when you get focused on any dream or any goals that you want um, to see on life or to approach, is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
word right?
Uh-huh.
Approach. Um, you get so focused that you lost yourself, basically. And that's literally what happened to me. I'm not gonna say like I'm back like 100% but I'm like literally better than how I was before. But I know I can be better. And little things like take a day for yourself. Um, you know, Trying to find something that you enjoy in doing it. For example, me, I find something that I never think about it like it would be something that I enjoy in doing it, and it was reading books.
Hmm.
For me, reading books, it was basically I was falling asleep on school a lot of time because I feel like I was feeling like books. It wasn't something that it would give me something for me to basically doing it better for my life or for anything. I was seeing books and everything like whatever. Like I know how to cut hair, like I'm cool. But it's not that like it's a lot of things that every human being's gotta do it to basically um to be unbalanced. You know what I mean? Not too much of work, not too much on being off, be on the couch doing nothing. And for me, like reading books, take a time for myself. One thing that I surprised with myself is um, in the beginning when I moved to PA, I was like, every time that I got a space between clients, I was worried about it. Like, should I call somebody? I was always trying to put somebody on that shit and, make the day running and make the money.
Yeah.
And those little moments that I have right now, the little space, what I do, I take a break, because if God give me that space during the day, because, like I need it. You know what I mean?
You might have needed. So what you mean is someone they could try and find like a hobby for themselves and try to stay like occupied
And clear their mind.
and clear their mind
think
and,
that's a
and
big
rest
thing,
a
yeah.
little bit from work. That's
Yep.
what you're trying to mean.
Yeah, I'm trying to say like, like don't work, guys. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to say is, if if you working, just trying to, like enjoy. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
whatever you do in life, yes, it doesn't matter if you sweeping floors, if you a barber, if you working in the warehouse. I know how hard it is because my client be telling me. But trying to just enjoy in that moment. Don't basically like trying to make yourself feel guilty or because our mind playing a little games that trust me is not easy. Like it can bring you down until hell or it can bring you up until sky. You know what I mean? So you just want to keep everything on balance.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that sometimes you have to change yourself to
Take the step forward. Yeah.
come out of your comfort zone, change yourself. Yeah, some people take it the wrong way. I mean, that's a subject that a lot of people don't really talk about. They just usually see social media and they see, oh, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that, but the in betweens, the quietness, the way someone has to change, people don't realize. People don't see any of that. And those are the things that most people don't even like talking about.
Yep.
But anyway, I know you got a couple questions you want to ask.
Okay. So, now that you're just trying to like find yourself and just like trying to find a hobby and just like trying to take a break, take a moment for yourself. How do you feel now versus how you feel back then?
Oh, like I said, man, like it's it's incredible how sometimes you
is it a big
feel.
difference for you?
Yeah, it is a big difference. Yeah, and I'm gonna explain to you why and how I realize like even right now here, for me it's basically like a goal achieve because yeah, it sounds crazy whatever hearing that I was like, what are you talking about? But yes, being with the people that you feel like you have like that connection, and yes, because your mind put your little games and say like you cannot do this, you a fucking asshole, you gonna beat that, right?
It's okay.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's not made for kids.
It's it's a lot of things that I was doing it back then, and I was feeling like I was tired of my life. I always feel you know, like what I'm doing here, like why am I alive? Like I don't do nothing with my life, but it was that dark spot that all humans has, like everybody.
That they go through, yeah.
Yes, especially how you said before, the successful people, like the entrepreneur, like the people, like they don't feel comfortable working 8 to 5. Like it's nothing wrong with it, you know what I mean? But I feel like we all have that little. I say little, but when you work on it, like you realize it like it's big. But we all have that feeling, that dream, like in your chest. Like when you're doing something, let's say for example, I'm gonna put a sample for me. When I was getting out for the barbershop back then, I was, just going out, smoking weed, like bro, like literally, I was like running for myself. When I say running, like running.
Like running away from yourself.
Yeah, like trying to find things to just get distracted and don't focus in what I need to focus. You know what I mean? So back then I was running like basically like autopilot, like doing things like, and after I was doing it, I sit back and I was like why? Like why I did that? Like why I was feeling like that? And those little questions, it might sound stupid for the people that don't been through all it, but those little questions make so big difference in somebody's life. Because when I start doing those little questions, like why I feel like that.
Do everything make more sense to you now?
Yes, yes.
That's
Because when I have like any thought, like any ideas, even if it's good or bad, I question it
Hmm.
before I even secure. Like, oh yeah, it's like that. No, why? Why I feel like that? Like why I acting like that? And all that information literally was in my hands.
You feel like
Literally,
you was second guessing yourself to do something?
it was everything. It was like a door spot. Like I wasn't. Everything was in my hand. Like I say, we all had the information right here. That little thing right here that we can learn anything. Anything that we want to do, we can learn it here. And I was just, using it to do nothing productive,
Okay.
nothing to make myself feel better, feel more comfortable, feel, you know, confianza, con más confianza, tú
More
sabes,
confidence.
Confident.
like confidence, yes. Y, and, yes, started reading, started asking why, and it's like a whole thing. Like I feel like now ¿cómo se dice descubrí?
Discovered.
I discovered that like I love now reading books and write. You know?
That was my next question. I was gonna ask you if the hobby that you found, like reading books, do you enjoy that? Cause you wanna make sure you enjoy what you're trying to do.
Yes,
If
yes,
you're trying to find a hobby and like trying to get away from what you're trying to run.
yes.
That's very
Before,
important.
like I said in the beginning, before I was, I was fall asleep, bro. Literally reading anything, I was just fall asleep with it. But now I was like, no, I gotta find that way to get up because literally I was walking dead. Literally, I was like a walking dead, literally. And after I started, reading and um, working on my mentally health,
Hmm.
how to control the emotions, like I said before, like how you feel like that is everything. Everything on life got a reason. Everything. So I was feeling like that for a reason. What was the reason? The thoughts that I was having for myself. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep. Now that's good. You feel better. That like your life is way better. We're glad to have you here, and that like your life is getting better. So, and that's something that like not everybody is willing to say like in public or like admit it. So,
Or even talk about it, right?
congratulations. Yeah, of course. Congrats about that.
I agree. All right, so let's go back. We're gonna rewind. All right, we're gonna go to. All right, so talk about how you got into barbering. How old were you? Where'd you start cutting hair? Things like that.
um, it was. I don't have that story that most of the people be like, oh, I wasn't having food, like I was struggling, bro. It was easy. Me starting barbering, it was easy. I feel like
How was it easy for you?
it was easy, and now I'm gonna explain to you why. Because I was having all the search and all the support from my family. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I start cutting hair just learning for myself. Like literally, I was having my big brother. Big shout out to David Barbershop, 16 on Instagram. That's my big brother, David, and he basically was my mentor. Like I remember back then, how he started cutting hair. Well, let me a little bit back so everybody, get that. Um, I want to say like if you got a little brother, anybody like watching this podcast, make sure that whatever you do, think about it twice because your little brother, your son, and we not realize it, but we have people looking up to us.
Yes.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I was watching my brother playing baseball. I was playing baseball with him. He almost got a contract, but he listened to his girlfriend. His girlfriend was like, "Oh, you getting too dark. You do this, you that," and he quick. He almost got a contract with a big, baseball leash, and he quick. When he quick, he started being a barber. I started, going to the barber shop where he used to work, and he used to do, my hairline, my haircut. Then he got some trouble with the owner, and my like I say, we had a big support from our family. My grandma, she she got like a big house, so she was having like a living room.
Mm.
And my grandma was like, "Well, I got the living room for you. You don't gotta pay rent. I got a little mirror inside of my bedroom that I not use it, so we can put it here. We get a share."
That's what's up.
My grandma went to um, Plaza Lama, supermercado allá en República Dominicana, and buy like a little. I got a video on YouTube with that clipper. It was like change it to a dollar. It was like $20, $25. That shit was getting hot, like hot.
That shit burn your hands.
So she
Your
basically
hands?
bought the tools and said
For my
like
brother.
yeah,
Yes.
for like your brother to
Yes.
start cutting hair at the
Yes,
house. That's
yes.
what's up.
And me, like I say, follow my brother, cause you have somebody. Everybody have somebody to look up to, and just follow my brother. Whatever he was doing, I was follow him. And I remember, I never gonna forget that moment. I remember I was 12 years old. It was 25, December 25, 2000, like, I think it was like 12, something like that, 12, 13. And my brother always, when he was making the money, he was used to come to his room, take all the money out, and I was helping him to count it because it was a lot of pesos, change. And I remember that day he was like, "Bro, I'm not gonna work today. Like I'm tired." It was the 25 because he worked the whole 24, and I was like, "Okay, don't work." But I was having that on my mind, like if he's not work, I'm gonna open the barbershop because I know at 25 somebody didn't have a haircut because every barbershop was packed. So I grabbed his cape. I remember the cape, it was like up to here. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, whatever. And it was a bald guy crossing the galeria because it was open.
Like the living room, man.
Yeah, the living room, like the galeria. And it was I didn't even know he was a bald guy. He was having a hat with the beard, canoso, tú sabes, like gray hair. And I was like, and he's like, "Oh, you guys open?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." "Ven, yo te atiendo." He was like, "How old are you?" I was like, 12. He was like, "No, go get your brother." I was like, "Who you talking about? He not working today." "But you a barber?" I was like, "Yeah, have a seat." When he take it out the hat, I see the glory. The guy was bald. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, I got it. And I do his beard, and then another client came. That was a taper. Then that was a little hard. And I was like 2 hours in one spot. He was like, "Bro, you burning my skin." Like, and that moment, my brother wake up, and he came to the living room, and he was like, "Yo, who do the taper that side?" I was like, "Me." He was like, "Oh, for real? You do it?" I was like, "Yeah, I did the taper on that side." And he was like, "You want to be a barber?" I was like, "Why not?" He was like, "All right, bet. I'll be back."
I'm already a barber. What are you talking
Bro,
about?
he was like, "I'll be back." When he came back, he got me tools. He got me a clipper. And he got, other little things like comb, like spray, water
To
spray.
start.
Yeah, to start. And he was like, "Look what we're going to do. You're going to cut right next to me, and you're going to do just the kids and the old people, like they want to shave their hair."
Like easy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like one all around, and I do the shape up because I know some mom, they they kind of picky, and you don't got the skill to use a razor, and that's how everything start, bro. Like I start, cutting hair. My brother was there always right next to me. "Oh, fix it over here." He sometimes get mad because he don't got that patience. I was like, "Yo, shit out." Like I just learning, like Dominican style, but I feel like real grateful that I have the people that I had, from the beginning, um, around me, because we all those people, like I don't even know what I was supposed to be doing now, coming from the barrio, hood, like You know, even if you're not barber, baseball, you either selling drugs or stealing people. Stupid shit.
What was the hardest part for you to actually to learn or
To
get
be
used to?
honest, for
Yeah.
to be honest to you, the hard part, um, it was. Give me 1 second. There we go. The hard part for me, it was get comfortable cutting hair.
Comfortable, confident. You mean right?
Confident, yes, like confident because, like I say, it was especially every barber know like Dominican and Latinos. They like real picky with a hairline, with a haircut,
Mhm.
and coming from from the barrio, like everybody, like literally they step out of their chair and look like, nah, bro, like nah, you gotta do it here. And I feel like that was the hard part for me, to get comfortable and trying to do the best I can in that moment.
So from there, how'd you end up in the United States?
Um,
How old were you, and how'd you? What made you want to come out this way?
I wasn't even thinking to come into United States, to be honest, because it was a moment that I was having my clientele in Dominican Republic with like 13, 14 years old. I was basically like whole clientele. Like I was going to school, my money in my pocket. Like I was living comfortable out there. And my dad had the opportunity um, to fly to United States, and when he fly out here, then he bring us with him.
Okay, so you got here. When did you get the first opportunity to work barbershop here in the United? You say you lived in New York when you came here, right?
Yes,
Okay, so how you ended up in a barbershop? What did you do to to
bro.
go into a barbershop so you can get hired or anything like that?
I gonna go how I was saying it before. Like it was easy. Like it was easy. Like I was having a client, actually in Dominican Republic, that he was living here, and well, here in United States, but in New York, in the Bronx, and he was back and forth to Dominican Republic. So every time that he was out there, um, I was doing his haircut. And when I came here, literally, bro, I got here. I remember now. It was a Sunday, 12:30, like 1 p.m. and in the Bronx. And as soon as I got at my house, I texted him. I was like, bro, I just got here because he was, I was talking with him. He was like, bro, as soon as you get your house, let me know so I can, I
Set
can
you
know
up.
that you got safe here. And, if you want to meet up the same day, we can meet up. So I texted him. I was like, yo, I'm here. I arrived like 20 minutes ago. And he was like, okay, perfect. I'm going to go pick you up. I was like, wait, espérate. How you gonna pick me up, bro? I just got here. I didn't even take a shower. I didn't even talk with my dad. Like, bro, I don't know anything around here. It's like, bro, you come here to work or you come here to tourist and wasting time.
Hmm.
Cause I always got that kind of people around me. Like always, see that how can I say? When you got people like they see something that you don't see about yourself, like they see that potential. And I had the opportunity in my life to have those kind of people. Like they see it and they help me to push over. Like even when I want to sit back, they was like, bro, get up. Like,
How
come on.
old were you when you came to United States already? Like, how old were you when you started?
So when I got here, I was like 18. And the
Okay,
same
so
day, bro,
you was
literally,
already cutting for like about 5 years.
yes,
Out there.
yes. When I came here, I know how to do fade and everything.
Okay.
But the guy picked me up. Believe it or not, my dad, he was mad. He was like, "Yo, you just got here and you wanna, get out, like go out,
Wanna work right
like
away?
what's going on with you?" Nah, because I didn't tell him like I'm gonna be at the barbershop. I
Oh,
just,
so he thought he was about to go hang
yeah,
out, have
I thought
fun.
like he thought like I was going out and drinking, partying how I was used to do in DR.
Hmm.
But I explained to him, I was like, "Dad, like, that's my client and he wanna, help me out, bro." And literally the same day I got job.
That's dope.
He bring me to a couple of barbers. Actually, he was a barber, but he wasn't taking it serious because he got certain business beside the barbershop, like rent a car, like car doing taxi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, I know a couple of people. They own barbershop, and I know they will be happy to have you because I talked with them already before you even got here." I was like, "Oh, thank you. Like I appreciate it." And yeah, bro, the same day I got work. I went to a couple of barbershops. They see me. I was skinny as fuck. I was like Haitianito, like black, skinny
Nah,
without beard.
that's what's up. Cause like a lot of people they get to United States and they don't even know like what they're gonna work. They don't know how to get a job. They don't have somebody leading the way for them to
Yep.
like help them try to get there. You feel me? So
Yeah,
that's very good. Like it was like you said, it was easy for you to even.
I'm saying it, bro.
You already had a job without
Yep.
coming here, so
Yep.
that's cool.
So how long were you cutting in New York for?
In New York, I was cutting for about. Well, I used to work. I was working before in the beginning of New York. I was working 156 and Dead Avenue, Ingenberg Barbershop. Those was the first person to give me the opportunity, to work with them, because the other barbershop that he bring me, the owners, they was like, "How old are you?" And they was having space available.
Yeah.
Cause I can see it. Like I was like, "That's available." It was like.
Turning you down and shit.
Yeah, they was like, no, they was like, oh, I got somebody coming this week. I'm gonna let you know if he anything, open up, or if he not coming, that's yours. That's
They
yours.
didn't trust you because you look young, or because of.
To be honest
what do
with
think
you,
it was the problem.
to be honest with you, in that moment I was mad. I was like, they just look at me and they feel like I don't,
You know
I
how to
cannot
talk.
handle it.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that I look up back, I feel like that was everything that I need to be where I am today. Like all this no and oh, you cannot work here. Like I feel like now I realize that, like, that was perfect, because if I was working there, I probably would be able to be here when I am today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I went to the barbershop and they was happy to receive me. They was like they was Dominican too, and it feel like home. And they see me when. They even want to give me other tools. They was like, oh, we got that station here. We got clipper. We got everything for you. I was like, okay, I take the station, but I'm going to buy my clippers, because I bring some money with me,
Is
I
that a
say-
bar? Is that a barbershop that you went after the first time you got here to United States, or no?
What's the question?
Is that a barbershop that you went to after the first barbershop that you worked at when you got
No,
here
no,
to
no,
United
no.
States?
That was the first barbershop
Okay.
in the Bronx, yeah. They, like I said, bro, I got it easy. They was giving me the tool. I was like, nah, I got some money. And the clipper they was give it to me, it was those clipper, like, it was hot. I was like, nah, I want to, I got the money. I know how it work. I'm going to buy the clippers that I need. And I know it's going to be a good clipper. And then from there, that's it, bro.
A lot of people nowadays, people don't realize and this Masters. You cut half a haircut and those things were like on fire.
Yeah,
Yup.
yeah,
All metal.
Yup.
yeah.
And
With the
most people used to have
wire
like
and
2 or 3 of them joints because literally, bro, you would burn the hell out of
Yup.
somebody.
Word.
You literally were holding those things and they were like freaking, like they would burn your hand, Like, that's how
Mhm.
hot they would get.
Like you had to throw the
Bro, the cool kit won't work.
cool
Cool kit, because back then you didn't have
Yeah,
the
but
spray
it's not
things.
it's not only the Andes. It's a lot of clippers, like different company. Like,
Yeah, no, they
bro,
all got hot.
They,
You're right.
bro,
But the Masters
Even with the
would
plastic.
burn the hell out of you. The Masters was the worst one.
that's
Best
that's the
clippers-
metal, right?
Yeah.
The metal esa, ¿verdad?
Yeah, lo que son todo metal.
Okay.
The all metal joints.
Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like all the what you call it?
All the clippers used to get
Every
hot.
company had those machine, those clippers that they cheap,
They
and
hot.
because they cheap, they get super hot. For my time, it was wall.
All right, so
like
let's
literally.
go back now. A lot of people know you. You've competed in barber battles. You go to you've won several competitions, things like that. What was the most memorable competition you went to? Aside from CT Barber as well, because everybody talks about CT because
Nah, actually, it wasn't that one though. But that's a good question. You got me with that one. Wow.
Was it
Let me see.
Something memorable that you can't forget.
Okay, perfect.
That's
I
what
got
I'm
it.
trying to mean.
I got it. The first time that I went to a barber competition, it was I think it was in Brooklyn. It was by the lineup by my boy Juan, my boy, I forgot his name though. The little bald guy that he always hyper with the beard and stuff.
with the dreads.
The black dude, the 360. there was the organizer. There was the people like organized that event. And I went there. I remember with Robin Cut. I would love him to. I would love to have him here, so you can do a little interview to him. And I went with him. He put me on. I never know anything about competition, and he see the potential. He was like, "Yo, you know what? Let's go to a barber competition." I was like, "What's that?" He explained it to me. He was like, "Oh, you gotta do this. You gotta do that." I was like, "Okay, let's do it." I went. I bring in a kit. I didn't have the experience. He didn't tell me that part. He told me a lot, but he didn't tell me don't bring in a key because a little kid's gonna move a lot. So I bring him. I do a cool design. Kid was like, as soon as I started doing the line, he was like, "Oh, it's easy." I was like, "Come on, man! Like I wanna, get that freestyle, and everything I
Your
was
model
doing done,
was like a little kid. That's
bro." I recommend to anybody wanna compete, don't bring a kid, even if it's your son, bro. Like if he don't stay still, and it's a guessing, like you don't know if he gonna move. It's a kid. And I remember that time he was right next to me, and I dropped the clippers. The guard when I was doing the face, he was like, "Yo, you okay? You cool?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." A little nervous because it's my first time. He was like, "Nah, you cool. Like, get relaxed. We at the barbershop. Enjoy." Sorry. And that time I didn't take anything. I think I take like fourth place. It was like a little medalla. And I was like, I love it. From that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna thought about it. Like that's something that I probably gonna keep it serious. And as soon as I got the barbershop, I started, getting myself more close from those kind of people. Like the guy that put me on with the barber battles, and all the people that I was talking with, like barbers. If there wasn't barber battle, I was trying to like always talk with them, to see where's the next one coming up. Like like started do
Networking.
like a networking.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the next one they did the following next year. After that one, actually, I win a couple of barber battles. First place, second place. And when they do it again, I was like, okay, this is my time because I see that was the first one. I was like, yeah, I gotta do the best I can.
So after the first one, you just got prepared and you knew how everything was going on
Yes.
and got yourself into it.
Yup. And after the first one, like I say, I started like connect with people, and they was telling me, "Oh,
Right.
man, no, they got a barber battle coming up in New Jersey." I went there, win. They got a barber up. Got a barber battle in DC. I went there, win, because I was with that mentor.
Yeah.
Because he got like 90 trophies, and he was giving me those little tricks, and I was learning a lot from them. And when they make it again,
You was ready.
um, my mentor Robin Cutts on the barber battle, he looked at me. He was like, "You got it." I was like, "Of course I got it, bro." I went there. I didn't have not any idea. I was like, I just gonna be me. I just gonna do whatever they come from my hand, whatever. And bro, I killing it.
What's the
bro,
longest streak
Yeah.
you have winning barber battles?
what is that? What
Como
is that?
cuántas veces corrido.
Corrida tú has ganado.
To be honest, I don't know.
No.
That's a good question. I don't know. No, because sometimes you go, you win. Sometimes you go, you not win. But I don't know.
You didn't keep track of it. Okay.
Nah, I didn't have that one. I had it. That one I had a track. I was like, nah. When they do it again, I gotta come and, killing it. And that's how I did. I killing it. Like literally, bro. Even before I finished it, everybody, other judge, like even the host, it was that guy. He really good, host and educating people. Suset Adit.
Yeah,
Success Saturday.
Danny Amorum.
Daniel Morrow. He was like, "Yo, this little kid, that plátano got power, bro." Like as soon as I see like everybody on top of me, I was like, "Okay, I got it." I just keep focusing. Yeah, I win first place. That's the belt that I had. They say champion, and everybody be asking me, "Yo, you boxing?" Because it's like a boxing, like a boxing
belt
trophy.
like
Yeah,
that,
like a belt like that. Yep, yep. Yep.
Now what? I mean, I've seen a difference, right? And I haven't been doing it as long as you, so I know you see a huge difference as far as how where the competitions started and to where they are now, right? What is the biggest change that you've seen?
That's a good question. To be
So
honest,
let's say a category, matter of fact, let's say freestyle, right? With freestyle, what is the biggest change that you've seen from when you started competing to now?
freestyle, it be changing a lot because I remember those times, like even with number two all around and a great design, you win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now I feel like everything's just going up and and changing. And it's cool. It's good, because that makes the barbers like more prepared.
Yeah.
So now in the freestyle they don't even look only from the freestyle, the design. They look the color, they look the hairstyle. And it's sometimes if you bring your model with makeup, with clothes, they look up that. Before I feel like they wasn't too much on those. But I feel like it's good because that make the barber more prepared to be creative. ¿Sabes? Como creativo.
More creative, yeah.
Exacto, more creative. Yep.
Yeah, every year they're making it like more harder for you to like get creative.
Mm-hmm.
They add different things and different like say for example like they now they look at the clothes for like the drip like they say.
Bro, they
right?
look everything.
They
everything.
look at everything like the whole it's gotta be like a whole combination of things that you gotta be able to put together in order to win. It's not like you say that back then. Just the freestyle and the number two could win, but now it's a lot of things, so it makes it way harder for us to like compete. So
it's good.
Coloring.
It's good.
Overall look.
Yeah.
Makeup. I've seen
Hairstyle.
makeup. Yeah. From what I've seen, in the short amount of time that I've been competing, it's changed a lot.
So what? In a matter of like 5-6 years, it changed
I'd say
so much.
maybe
right?
about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. So
4 or 5 years, I've seen a huge difference.
I mean, that's why they say that barbers are like doctors, that everything's just changing constantly, and there's new style you gotta learn, a new.
Yep.
So it's a lot of things changing. So
to be honest,
that's like the enjoyment of like. Barbers.
To be honest, I feel like it's good to know that they make it harder, because they making it harder. That's gonna keep every barber up out from the comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like 100%. Now, like I said before, it was two all around, great design, you win. Now, even before you even get there, you gotta think about it. Like, okay, which color I gonna do on that model? Which color I gonna do, like the style.
Yes, how you gonna dress.
Let me see if I can make the hair color combine. With his clothes. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. I feel like it's good, and I know it's gonna keep growing, and it's gonna keep changing for the good way. For sure.
And it's hard to dress them too, cause like sometimes you tell your model, you'll be like, yo, try to dress this and that, and like once they show up there, you'll be like, what the fuck?
You know what I do in that time? Now what I do? I'll be like, bro, what size you are, and I buy the things.
Yeah, you buy them some clothes.
Yeah, cause
like, it's hard. Like sometimes you tell them, yo, try to wear the best drip you got in the closet.
Right.
They don't listen.
But the thing with this is like, when you tell your model do this, he probably gonna think of. Probably not, but probably, yeah. He probably like, damn, like I don't even know. You in that moment, you just make him nervous. Like, oh, do the best drip that you got. Even if you have best drip, he not gonna bring it. No. You know what I mean? What I do, I'll be like, okay, what's your size? Because that happened to me a lot. I was like, bro, and that little thing, it just take me like percentage of my comfort.
Yeah.
Como say? No comfort. My bad. Confidence of winning, because I was like, bro, like I told you to come that type of style, and bro, you come with this, like for real. And then that's made me feel like uncomfortable. You get more
disappointed, like.
Yes. Yeah. So from that time that happened, from now, I just be like, what's your size? Okay.
Let's go buy something. Yeah.
I buy it, and that's good idea. I'm ready. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, have you ever felt like you got robbed at a competition? There's something you should have won, you really didn't.
Oh, we all do. We all do.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
I'm not gonna make any.
You don't gotta mention no names, but
no, I'm not gonna. Of course, I'm not gonna mention name, but whoever was, how can I say, Josh, or because sometimes like the people that organize the event,
Yeah, organize, yeah.
organize the event, they don't even know about it because they too focused on making everybody feel good, like doing this. But it's Josh, bro, like Josh,
The
like
judges, yeah.
the judges, bro. I feel like it's they gotta broke that things down, and bring, and I seen like they doing it now. They bring judges from different places, and they trying to like bring judges and like know what they doing.
Battle
You know what I mean?
judges, yeah. They bring. I
Yeah.
see now. Now
Mhm.
they're bringing out more judges, more people that have been up there on stage and have competed.
And you know why?
Because it's they know what's more difficult to judge. They know what's harder to judge. They're gonna be more fair.
Yeah, but you know why those esos organizadores, ¿cómo se dice organizador?
Organizers.
Those organizers, they see it, bro. Like the competition was a point, like it was getting low.
Yeah.
Like they was doing a competition and nobody was showing up. Me myself, I retired for a couple of months, years.
Yeah.
Because I have some competition that I win. And bro, when in the beginning I was mad when I lose, but then it was a point that I got the knowledge and the experience that I was literally like I'm gonna say like 100% if I win or not.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I see my motto, as soon as I see my work, I was like, I not win. I win.
You get the feeling of it, but
Yeah.
not even that, cause like I've literally seen barbers that they will DM the judges,
Yeah.
or they'll call them like,
I don't do
"Yo,
that.
What happened?
No.
Why did I win this and that?" But what I mean is like they start like complaining.
Yup.
They literally start complaining, and like the judges, they like the organizer, they take that in consideration to get like different judges from the area. Or
but like he
people
was
that
saying,
are not from like the barbershop or the area that they're at, because like a lot of people they complain about why they didn't win. So
we were
That's why.
we were in Reading. I don't mean to stop, right? But we were in Reading, and I sat down to eat breakfast. And one of the organizers from one of the other shows comes up to me. He's like, "Oh man, you're here. I want to talk to you. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? Do you think this year I should do this? Do you think this year I should do that?"
right,
And I was just kind of like, and I give him my input. I was like, "Look, tag team, I think is always a great thing." So this year, I don't know. I'm not saying it was because of me, but this year he's doing
No,
tag team.
you know why? Like I said before, like they see it that the competition and the events that they was organizing, it was getting low on people because if you bring barbers and those barbers, you bring judges, right? And those judges, when you went to their page, to their portfolio, bro, you'll be like, for real, like you're gonna bring somebody like that, like they haircut, like it wasn't even on point, and then you see those judges and you compare the people that was competing, and most of the time when you feel like you lose when you're supposed to be win, if you look back on it, like you investigate a little bit, they know each other. You know what I mean? They used to work in the same barber shop, or they know each other from somewhere, and because they know each other, it was like, you know what, you're gonna win. And I have I had a couple of time that that things happened to me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start going to the barber competition when I see like they take it serious, and
and that's what I mean. Like a lot of barbers started like complaining about that, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Like some people they know each other, some people like they work for another person. Like doesn't make sense when you pick somebody that and, like you're not going actually for like the person that you think that won. Just because I know you doesn't mean that I'm gonna choose over someone that.
They was doing way too much.
No, it happens because, well, I'm not gonna say right, but we were at a thing. We did a tag team, me and him. Before they announced who won, one of the judges comes down the steps. Who the heck did this guy's haircut? And we're like, fuck.
Oh,
dude.
Philly. That was in Philly.
Right, he was like,
that's
us.
what happened with two.
Yeah, what else?
Right, and I was like, it was us. Why? What's wrong? He goes, listen, man, I love everything about your haircut. I was fighting for you guys, but because of this.
Wait, what he say?
He was like
fighting, like he was fighting for us
what?
to win.
Right,
You see what I'm talking about? Like
he was like, but because of such
he
and
literally
such,
admitted it that like
yeah,
he told you everything.
yeah, and
Up in there, you should be like, damn, fuck, I lose. Yeah,
right. And I was like,
we knew already.
it was like I was like, yo, that's kind of fucked up, right? And so since then, since that time, I went with a different mindset.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna go up there. It's not just to compete or to win. It was more to have fun with it
To enjoy, yeah.
Right.
and network.
Yup.
Because at
Yup.
the end of the day, that if you win a trophy, the trophy looks cool, but customers really don't give a shit if you have a trophy.
Yeah, right.
Mm,
You know what I'm trying to say?
They don't.
to be honest with you, I'm not with you on that one. Nah. They probably don't give a fuck when they see it a couple of times over there. But bro, like, trust me, when I started winning
I see that
and they see me, putting myself out there, competing with 20 barbers, 30 barbers, and bring a third place, bro. Literally, my clients, I used to work in the barbershop. It was like 13 barbers, and like three or four of us, it was going to competition, bro. And my clients, they was arguing with the other barbers. It's not like it's a good thing, but it made me feel good, like, because they see me going there, step out of my comfort zone and bring a trophy.
There you go.
They
You
was
said
like,
it.
bro, you the best. Nah, my barber is the best. And bro, sometimes I wasn't even be like, give me $40 for the cut when it was supposed to be 25. Bro, they was giving it to me. So that too give me like that little motivation to just keep going, keep going.
That adds value to
Yes,
to
to your career.
craft,
Yep.
to your career, like you say.
I mean,
But like that, we as a barber, we get the clients used to everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like say they go to your barber shop and they see all these trophies and they know that you go to competition. But if someone goes to another barbershop that they don't have any trophies, they don't go to barber battles, they don't go to seminars, they're gonna get used to that. They're just gonna know that
Yeah.
they go get a haircut and that's it.
Yeah.
And I know that's what you mean. That they don't really care, but like
Nah, they don't. They don't. But when
I
you
know,
have your
I know
clientele,
where you're coming from, where when we get them used to that. So
so you have like those people that I mean, barbershops. I'm not gonna put nobody on blast, but there's a lot of shops around here, a lot of places that don't go to these events.
exactly. So
So you imagine how big these events would be if you had if all the barbers went, right?
exactly.
So most people really, that at the end of the day, it's good your clientele likes it. It's great. Clients ask, but at the end of the day, people really don't care about that.
no,
You know?
nobody care.
So you have to take advantage of that. You got to go out, you network, you take advantage of these things, right? These events are for the love of the industry. It's not
Yup.
for to build clientele. It's not about like I said, clients are not going to care, right? But you go to these events, you're learning things, you see different things, new styles. There's classes that you take, whether it's to manage money or how to cut hair or motivational speeches, things like that. I wish that people would actually see all of that aspect of it, as far as we're just not opening the doors, coming in, cutting hair. We're actually educating ourselves, trying to get to the point where, we can provide a better service. We know how to take care of ourselves. We know what's coming up, how to do different styles, how to do different things. But a lot of people don't see that aspect. I've actually had customers ask me, "Hey, do you think you brought more? You got more customers because you've gone to these competitions?" And I say no, because it's not about bringing more customers. It's about me being able to provide a better service and show you guys something different.
Exactly.
Everybody likes something new, you know. If you're the first barber to do something, at first they make it seem kind of funky about it, but give it some time. Everyone will come around to it and be like, you know what, that is pretty dope.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, because they get used to it. Because then they're going to start asking you, when's the next barber battle you got?
They be doing a lot to me.
Exactly. So
Yup.
they get used to the things that you show them.
Yeah.
Say a client that they go to a barbershop that they don't do nothing at all. They're not going to ask those type of questions. But they see the trophies. They see that you talk about it. Another barber comes to you and they talk about it. They get used to that and they ask you and they like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I always try to mean.
What's your favorite competition to go to?
To be honest, like, I'm gonna say like I don't got a favorite, cause as long as they don't just do barber battle, like you said before, I like that point that you touch it up when you say you go not only for the competition, that you also go for like educating yourself. So as long as they got like education, like financial, or like how you're sell yourself a certain way, like how you can grow as a barber besides just cutting hair, for me, they all doing great right now because they seeing it like barber is it's not about just cutting hair. It's more than just having a client and cutting hair. Like it's a lot that because you gotta learn what you're gonna do with the money that you're gonna make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you don't got that kind of education, you cutting hair and you're gonna be behind the chair for like 30 years and you're not gonna be seeing the resort.
Yeah. You know, that's something that me at my age, I'm still learning. It's not something you get the hang of. A lot of people go to school and pay lots of money to learn how to do their finances and things like that. Unfortunately, as barbers, you don't. There's a lot of barbers that don't have that type of education.
Right.
So I would encourage all you guys to go out there, at least go to an event, take a class, and learn these things. Because if someone is not mentoring you and showing you how to do these things and so on and so forth, how else are you gonna know? You know?
Right.
Yup.
I mean, I used to be the type of barber that I was like, okay, well, I made 200 today. I'm gonna make 200 tomorrow. I made 400 today. I'll make 400 tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Take the 400, be gone. I got it tomorrow.
Yup.
But what happens if you don't make that 400 tomorrow? You get what I'm trying to say? So I would encourage you guys to go out there, go and take classes. They're a lot cheaper than going to college, and ask as many questions as you can to everybody. But yeah, I think you got something else you want to say.
Okay, so you said you came from DR, you got to New York,
Then we went back all the way to the
then
back.
you moved to Pennsylvania. You worked at N.Y.O barbershop. You opened up your own business.
No. Before I worked with N.Y.O barbershop. I was working at another barbershop.
Okay,
Yes.
Um,
And then it came out with the idea with the N.Y.O barbershop.
exactly. Then after N.Y.O barbershop, how's your experience as a business owner?
Um, Basically, to be honest with you, I'm gonna say like 60 to 70 percentage of the experience that I have right now to have my own shop. I know it before I even open my own shop, and I'm gonna tell you why. Before I opened my own shop, like I had that on inside of me, even like if I don't want to do it, like it come like natural. So
What comes naturally?
I'm gonna explain to you right now. Um, every barbershop that I work since I got here in United States, I always was, can I say like the right hands of the owner.
Okay.
I don't know if you like. I'm not gonna say the manager because I don't like that thing. Like, oh, he's a manager. Nah, I don't like that. I'm work with you. That's it. But most of the time, I always have like, I don't know. I got that on me. Like the owner of the barbershop, they see the way I work, the way I present myself, the way I carry
Your work
myself,
ethic.
and they bring me and they be like, okay, can do this. How we can do better and stuff like that. And I always got that. Like I always was, like I say, like the right hands of the owner of the barbershop that I used to work. And I always was just, trying to keep everything clean, trying to keep the barbers, on point, even if they was older than me. I got some experience. Sometime barber was like, bro, like, they was kind of made me feel like I was doing some bullshit. Because if I see like they was doing something wrong, and I came to them like, bro, you can do it like that. You can do it better. So I feel like after I opened my own shop, that's when I realized like, okay, now is my time. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's how I started. Save my money, paying bills. What else? Deal with clients. I used to do that before in other barbershop that I used to work, but you know, I was basically like I say like 70 percentage ready before I even opened my barbershop. I feel like the other 30 percentage, 20 percentage is gonna be me paying bills, and being on my hand like okay, I'm the owner, not like I'm help that people out, to make they shop feel more like a family, like a team, and 'cause it's a lot of things, bro. Having a barbershop is it's not like put shares and then put people to work. It's gotta be everything, like the energy, like everybody gotta feel comfortable in order to provide a great service for the clientele. If
Nah,
he's one,
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly my question. Like, how do you feel as a business owner? Like, how's your experience after you like open that barbershop up?
um,
How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel good. Because it's like I say, it's something that I was doing before, but now that I'm owner, like I feel good. I feel like I have more responsible things on my shoulder. Like I got more things to take care. But it made me feel good, and I feel like I'm doing it pretty great so far. And I know I'm gonna I know like I always every day, it's gonna be like a new day to learn the business, learn yourself. and,
Yeah, you never stop
and right
learning with
now
things like that.
I'm doing pretty good, to be honest.
What's the hardest part for you
Of what?
running a shop?
Owning the shop?
Yeah.
I feel that the hard part for me, to be honest, I feel like is to put everybody on the same page.
And
And you know what I mean by that.
yeah. Now, how does that affect you? How does that make you feel? Like, you know, we had this conversation one time outside of the cameras and stuff, and how you can only push people as far as they want to be pushed.
Yep.
And as owner, you have to kind of keep that friend boss relationship separate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that is one of the hardest parts, dealing with different personalities and different people, right? Now, how do you deal with that? How do you, when you have somebody that's motivated as hell, and then you got somebody else that's not as motivated, and how does that make you feel? How do you deal with that?
To be honest with you, like before I used to get stressed out because I used to get mad, like real mad. I was like, bro, like if you see it from my point of view, like I just trying to help you out. Like I don't even doing it for me. Like I'm doing it for you. But then it was a point like when I started, pay attention more and concentrating on myself. I realized that like, bro, sometimes like if you born to be a chicken, bro, you're gonna be a chicken. Either if
It's true.
bro, if you born to be something, bro, you can do whatever you want. You're gonna be like that. And I just be having that mentality and be like, okay, that person I'm trying to help him out, but that person got certain way to acting, and I just trying to make them feel comfortable, but also like you say, like now yes, we can have fun, we can talk and stuff, but I had rules in the barbershop that everybody had to, you know, follow. If you cool, you on the team and the family. If it's not, it's no hard feeling, but you not will be able to work with us.
What are the rules that a barber has to follow in order to work for a barbershop?
To be honest, it's not even that difficult, bro. It's like easy. I feel like it's way easier than working in the warehouse, because to you use the bathroom in the warehouse, you gotta ask permission, and that's something that people not even realize it. But in the barbershop, you just gotta be on time, 10 to 6. That's the time. If you wanna stay late, you can stay late. If you wanna come a little bit early, you come a little bit early. You got your key. Have a good presentation. Have a good client customer service. Thank you. Have a good customer service. Keep your station clean. Respect the clients. Actually, I got girls and boy coming in the barbershop, so I respect everybody. Don't talk certain conversation like maybe it's gonna make the customer feel uncomfortable. Like political things, religion things that we all know.
Yeah.
But it's not that difficult, to be honest. I feel like people make it difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Now, have you ever had an experience where someone didn't follow those rules, or they were acting a little funky, or something happened where you didn't agree with what they were doing?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Give an example if you want. You don't have to say names. It's
No,
just
no,
something that
I'm
might
not,
have
no, I'm not
happened.
gonna say name. And if I say like everything that I say right here, or everything that I say, I can say it to that person on face to face. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm talking bad from them or anything. But I've been having a couple of barbers that, one of them it was always got to get out from the barbershop, like come and go, come and go.
Come on, go.
because I understand, bro. He got family. It's only one car.
Hmm.
You know, in the
The
in the
house.
house, and I understand that part. I was like, yo, bro, trying to work with your schedule because sometimes when you go, clients is here, walking, and you need to be here in order to create your clientele.
Hmm.
And it was a point, bro, that he was making any money. He was making money, but not good enough, and he started like get cut on rent, on weekly, payment for the share. He's like, oh, bro, I got you next week. Or like, bro, listen what I'm telling you. Like, you gotta,
Be
teach your
here. Yeah.
girlfriend to drive, and she can drive and pick the kid because, like I say, you wasting money, and I know it's not good for you because you probably want to be here to make the money, but it's not like you want it.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
had to because it's your family.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So I was like, it was a point that we sit down. Actually, he was owe me money like probably like $400. But after the second week, I was like, nah, bro, we gotta talk. We gotta sit down, and talk because I understand your point of view, but at the end of the day, that's a business. This is his business. I cannot put together business with friend like relationship like as a friend. And then we sit down, bro, and literally he packed all his stuff. He will owe me the money. I told him to keep all the stuff and just pay me, you know, little by little. And he was like, you know what? Keep all the stuff here, and when I come back, you know, I just gonna give you the money that I owe you, and you give me all the stuff back.
Right.
I was like, bro, if you want it, you can keep it. If you want to do cut like in the house, or if you want to go people houses and do the cut, and you bring me the money later, like I don't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
But he was like, nah, bro, keep everything, all the equipment. I'm gonna find another side job, and when I got the money, I just gonna come pay you, and you give me all the stuff. And he did it. After like a month and a half, 2 months, he did
So
it.
everything stayed there, or like yeah, I kept like the same like friendship or anything like that, or not?
What you mean with that question?
The yeah kept like the friendship after he owed you the money, or
Oh yeah, we keep talking because it wasn't like, we're gonna be like enemy. It wasn't hard feeling. It was, a situation that we gotta deal as a
no, you know
as
like how
adult.
like people take it the wrong way, like let's say when they get fired from somewhere, or
Oh no. I didn't tell him to go, and I'd be like, bro, pack up your stuff and just go. I didn't tell him that. We sit down and we both it was like a deal, and
or
like
Yeah.
yeah, bro, you're right.
I came to an agreement, and
Yeah,
that's
like
what it was.
agreement. Yep.
sometimes people gotta understand that like things happen, and they gotta understand like as a business owner type of thing, like
Yeah.
point of view. You get me? So like things get hard when that happens.
So how many barbers you have working in the barber shop now?
Right now we are three.
Okay.
Hmm.
What because of certain things that happened like that, like with someone that comes in and out, did you ever explain to him that you felt that that's kind of hurting your business at the end of the day?
Wait, what was the question?
Because you had somebody that was never around or that was in and out,
Hmm.
and walk-ins would come in, people would walk out, and they weren't able to, to get taken care of. Did you ever feel
Right.
like that was hurting your business?
Yeah, a lot. Cause I was needing that. I was needing that barber to be there because literally I don't do walk-ins.
Hmm.
I always, well, we work together. You know how it is. I got my clientele. Thanks God. And actually, like I got my clientele, and I always got people on standby.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even able to even like squeeze it in. Like sometimes it was a point like I had to stop. Got my lunch break and like stop eating and cut that person.
Hmm.
That walking because
Yeah, so they
you
don't walk
know
out your barbershop.
I was like, you know what, this is my business. If I don't do it, nobody gonna do it.
or
I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna sacrifice myself a little bit, and in a way, like one day that I don't eat, it's not like I'm gonna die. You know what I mean?
facts,
So I was, stop eating, take out the clientele, and but yeah, it hurt the business a lot.
Now, do you feel that a barber that's individualized, what I mean is set in their ways, they have their ways, right? Do you seen that that's a lot harder to hire someone like that, or to hire someone that's more newer that you can train and you can mold into the type of barber you want?
That's a good question though, and I feel it all depends on the attitude of that person and the mentality. If that person want to learn, if that person want to grow, it doesn't matter if you just starting being a barber or you are already a barber. So I work with both already.
I mean, things like that. There's no way to know. I think time only tells.
Yes.
Because everybody's motivated when they talk to you the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They're motivated for the first month, second
Now
month.
everybody has some people like even from the first talk I'll be like, damn, that's gonna be a headache.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, then those you know right off the rip. Okay, it's
Yup.
not a go. But you got a lot of people. Everybody's motivated. They want to do it. They want to do this. They want to do that. Yeah. They'll yes you to death. When the time comes to it, it's a little different.
Yup.
You know.
Ahí que viene la frase, no es lo mismo llamar al diablo que verlo llega.
That's right.
Yup.
And then you're just like, hold on a second. I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
Yup.
Oh, I told you from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
You have people some barbers, have other things to do and they run in and out. But ultimately, like you were saying, and like I asked you, that hurts your business. So, all right, we're gonna slip off of that real quick if you don't mind. What would you like to see different in the industry? What would you like to see?
Let me take a sip of water.
I would say something like, as far as not just with the shop, all in general, completely.
Wait, let's take it back. Ask the question again.
What would you change in the industry?
What I would change?
Yeah, not in the barber shop, but just with everything.
Like a barber wise?
Barber, the business or the industry
La
itself.
industria la volvería, que tú cambiarías.
To be honest, like something that I would change. I feel like nah, because right now it is in a point that I wasn't even think about it. Like it's changing in the good way, like a lot, from the good way. And I don't got nothing right now to be like, I gotta change that. Nah, I feel like everything is on me,
No.
Okay. So you're happy with the way it's going, where
Yeah.
everything is going?
Yeah, of course.
Is there
Social
anything?
media, like it's a lot of things coming up. Besides just cutting hair, that is now is a time that barber gotta educate themselves. Like financial wise, personal wise, like business wise, and I feel like
Well, those are things that right there could be a change, right? So let's say, for example, what I mean is, let's say barber schools, right? Let's say a barber school. Aside from teaching,
that's a good one.
and aside from teaching
Yep.
how to cut hair, why not teach these barbers how to manage money instead of just trying to pass a test?
And besides that, not only like just cutting hair, because to be honest with you, I don't feel like they teach kids or barbers how to cut hair. Like some school they do it, But if you see, when you see somebody came out from school, and we had experience, whoever was owning that school, if it wasn't a barber and being like this barber industry, like competition stuff like that, when that barber get out from school with his license and everything, they don't even know how to do a fade.
You'd be lost.
So I feel like that's a good point that you touch it up right there. Like I feel like they should have put like barbers to teach, the student like how to fade it. You know what I mean?
But there's certain. I don't mean to cut you off, but there's certain things, right, that make it very difficult. Laws, and I'm not trying to change laws, right? But you can't. It's really hard to have a barber school and a barber shop together, right? In this state, anyway. So, how do you really teach them hands on? How are you gonna have a barber? Right?
To be honest, I feel like I be seeing in school like they got a barber shop. They got like a little room right next to it.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is, let's say for example, your shop, right? Or let's say for example, our shop. If we had students there watching us really take clientele, really take people that are picky, and really take customers that are trying to pay $40, $50 for a haircut, and showing them exactly what it's supposed to look like, as opposed to a customer coming in to get a discount haircut from a student. You understand what I'm trying to say? Then they're going to learn a lot more that way.
I feel like it's good that you touch that point, because that's exactly how they do in Dominican Republic.
It's not just there; it's everywhere.
No. They do it in Dominican Republic. How you mention it right now, you take clientele. I went to school out there.
Oh, that's dope.
And I was taking clientele, bro. And literally, they was charging the clients. They were charging, if the cut was like in Dominican pesos, it was 50, $100. They were charging the that client
20, 30.
like 15, $10, and that client, if he wanted, he can give you a tip.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But he knows that his head is gonna be in somebody that's learning. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but that's not what I mean at all, really. What I mean is take a student, take him to a barber shop that has nothing to do with the school, right? And let him experience what that's like being in a barber shop that people don't know. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Because obviously people are
They-
going to know
they-
a student's going to cut my hair if I'm
Yup.
getting a discount price.
Right.
But when you get there, put them in a real environment where they're going to have someone that's going to be like, yo.
I feel they should have added up, and I mean to cut you.
Mhm.
I feel like they should have have like certain hours. You know, like let's say you gotta. Sorry, you gotta edit it down. That was strong. They have they they have the hours to you gotta completion it complete complete
Yeah.
certain of hours to graduate, right? I feel like they should have, and they will, because if we all together, and we keep spraying the word, it's gonna happen.
Right.
They should have let's say if it's 1,000 hours, okay, 200 or 250 hours is gonna be you in the shop
Yes.
next to a barber with experience that you need.
Yes.
So when you get out from school, you know what you're gonna get yourself into it.
Now, the other thing would be also how to build and prepare these people, because a lot of kids that go to these schools, all right, and a lot of people that go to schools don't realize that you're not going to go into a barbershop and start making money right away.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot, bro.
You know?
Yep.
There's times where you'll do one haircut a day. There's times that you won't do any haircuts in a day, right? And
Standard,
so
you're gonna be like,
so think about how difficult it is. Let's say you got kids. You've been through it. I've been through it, You got something where it's like, okay, now I still got to support my family. I already put in full time over in the school, didn't make no money. Now I'm going to a barbershop. Now that I'm licensed, now I got to spend all this money to do this. I'm going to have to pay chair rent, some pay commission. And now I'm not making no money. Nobody wants to sit in my chair.
right.
So my thing would be also teach some of these barbers how to
Build a clientele.
build clientele.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to them at the very least, that they have to go out, hand out business cards, do some sort of marketing, promote themselves, and do things like that, because people in the real world, not everybody wants to sit with somebody they don't know how's going to cut their hair.
Mm-hmm.
And especially after the pandemic where haircuts are $40 and up. People,
You're trying to say that they should also teach the student how to build clientele?
yeah, of course.
To be honest with you, I feel like that's good that they can put that, but I also feel like the barber gotta have that little hard time to básicamente como un procesador,
Yeah,
like a process.
process.
If you really want that, you had to work for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you got everything too easy, I feel like people just gonna get bored of it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if they really want to learn how to build their clientele and they want to build themselves, like after they get out from the school with their license and everything, working at the shop, he got to find a way to connect with other barbers and learn from them. You know what I mean? And he probably going to see a barber going to a barber competition, going to a seminar, and that's how your mind is open up and you started, learn from others. Okay, now I gotta put some hashtags on Instagram in order to bring that clientele. Okay, I gotta go and give people my business card so that way they know me and they can come, and get a haircut for me.
But a lot of places don't do that too.
What you mean?
A lot of places are not going to mentor somebody and teach them and spend all that time on how to build clientele.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's something that the barber gotta do it for himself.
Well, my thing is that these
goes kind of that goes towards like my next question, like as a business owner, like the ball game kind of changes a little bit, but
The what?
the ball game kind of changes a little bit when you're
What is that bugging?
viewing como que
like the game kind of changes, like
Okay.
como que la cosa cambian
Yeah.
cuando ya tú eres
Yeah.
like business owner. So what have you done to put like clients on other barbershop as a business owner?
Oh, I do it a lot, bro.
Like what?
I offer money to the clients. I was like, bro, if he don't cut you, like the haircut's gonna be free, and then I'm gonna give you $50.
Yeah, but how do you attract those clients to your barbershop?
Are they the? What he means is, are they your own clients? Are they walk-ins that just walk in?
No,
They
if it's
feel a little
walking, they don't
funny?
have no problem with it. You know, if it's my client, then because my client, I feel like the way they see me, the way they see um, like basically how I work, like the passion that I have for my job, for my career, for my craft. I feel like they basically know how to. They know if the cut is good or not because I teach them basically.
Right.
They see it, they be like, oh shit. Like even I got clients sometimes like they got a haircut from me and then they go to the old barber and I see the haircut, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like it's a good haircut. But when they come to me, they be like, nah, bro, look, and they bring me photo. They be like, look how he do the face. Look at you, like, bro, like, nah, I cannot change you. And if it's a walking, like it's easy, he gonna cut you. Sometimes be like, he's good, yeah, of course. If you don't like it, you don't pay. If you don't like it, you don't pay, and I give you money. You know what I mean? I just trying to bring clients up from them.
Has that ever backfired on you? Have you ever said that, and then a customer's like, "Yo, bro, I don't like it."
Yeah.
What happened?
And then what happened, I'll be like, my bad, man, you should have told me when you was in the chair, like I see everything was cool. I see that the barber asked you if the haircut was good, and you say it was good, and then they coming back to me like, yeah, but I don't want to make him feel, some type of way. I was like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, because it's not even like nowhere near level of what you do, so like
and
you're gonna feel some type of
right. And I'll be like, bro, just come and I'm gonna give you a free cut.
Yeah.
And they come and I fix them up, I give you a free cut, and they cool with it.
What is the worst thing not the worst. Name maybe it's happened to you so far, but some like a bad experience or something maybe a customer had or something that happened in the barbershop that kind of stands out in your mind.
You talking about like in my barbershop now, or like other barbershop that I used to work all around? Because in my barbershop, really. I don't got it.
Anything.
To be honest.
Yeah, in general.
Well, we was we was on that one. When we used to work together on Blackman Street. We got a barber that you guys know when I mention it. And the client seat in the chair, I was cutting hair, right? And that here, Chris was there. You was over there in the corner. Oh, I don't know if you was there that day. And the other barber, it was behind me. And when I was cutting the hair, I see that client came in. Bro, I don't know if you got that feeling, but you can tell when somebody's going to acting up.
Yeah, of course.
And I see that person call me like, we attitude. Oh, you going to come in? You good? I was like, come on. And I know the barber, so the barber started, panic. I was like, man.
The hair gets tense.
Yeah.
When that happens, yeah.
We all do. And, when he started doing the haircut, bro, he was like, nah, bro, you don't know what you're doing. I was like, Chris. Got him because Chris know more English than me. And, the client was...
Yeah, he wasn't there for that.
He wasn't there. Nah. Bro, the client was mad. When I told you, like, mad, Chris come, yo, what's up? Like, he not even finished it. He just started. Yeah, but the way he feel, like, he look like he's nervous. He look like he don't know what he doing. I was like, that's going to be a hard one. Chris was like, yo, let him finish. Let him do his thing. Bro, I looked for the mirror because, he was behind
in
me.
Front of you, yeah,
I looked for the mirror. I was like, I keep doing the haircut. Barber step it up off the shirt. Yo, somebody got to finish me. I was like, Chris went. He was like, yo, what's up? Like, nah, bro, I told him to ask me. And the clients, because I feel like sometimes the energy too make feel the barber some type of way, like nervous or something.
Yeah, the barber's energy makes the customer feel a type of way.
He took it out his phone. He was like, yo, come on, look, I cut my key haircut.
Right.
When he showed Chris the photos, I was like, Chris almost laughed. And I was like,
yeah, nah, he felt some type of way because like his body language, he was scared. Like,
yeah,
he didn't really know how to handle the situation. So
yeah,
like, we had to do something about it. So.
And the client just get up from the show. We even the haircut like that, and he went. He never came back.
He almost took
never.
the cape home too.
Bro, he was bro.
The cape off.
He was
That's
mad,
crazy.
bro. He was mad.
So what do you do, right? When a customer walks in, is a walk-in, has never been in your barbershop, right? And starts with, yo, I need a haircut.
Who's the best barber?
Who's the best barber in the barbershop?
To be honest with you,
how do you handle that? Like,
in the area that I work right now, I don't have those clients so far.
Okay.
You know, they come in, they be like, who can bless me up? Because I feel like that clientele is like more como educada, como humano, tú sabes, como que no anda haciendo sentir al otro como mal.
They're more like
More considerate. They're not going to make somebody else feel.
Yeah, and they
feel,
come and
feel
they,
bad.
who can give me a haircut? I was like, okay, him. And you know, and from that is
they're more
if the bar. Sometimes
Respectful.
I got
That's what it is.
barbers that they don't. I got the situation that I got a barber that he don't speak too much English, and because my English is pretty good,
we cut in the hood.
you know, I come in to the clientele and I be like, what kind of haircut do you want? You know, and I trying to like. Basically, what I trying to do, I trying to talk with the client, understand what kind of haircut he wants, and then talk with the barber, explain to him, and if anything, I look for a photo because I want to make sure that the barber understand what kind of haircut the client wants. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I trying to like put everything together like como un rompecabezas, básicamente. It's hard sometimes, but you know that's little things that nobody told you when you becoming, you know, your own owner or when you own a business, you know.
Now, have you ever had somebody that was like, look, he doesn't understand what I'm saying, and maybe felt uncomfortable because he didn't speak English?
Yeah. But
Right.
then when I
That
talk with them,
happens.
they feel comfortable, you know, because they see like they don't come to the shop where nobody understand what they want. You know what I mean?
Now, as because you have things like that in the shop, and you have a person that don't speak English, and whatever, right? Do you feel like you have to be there more now?
To be more in the barbershop, you mean,
Yes.
or be more?
So let's say you want to go to a lunch break, or you got something you got to do. Do you feel comfortable just letting it fly and letting it go and do what it's got to do on its own?
So in the beginning, I wasn't, to be honest. But now, what I did with that barber, basically, I was in the beginning I was talking literally with the client, and then with the barber. So now what I do, I be the barber, like pay attention what I'm gonna ask him, so you can learn, you can listen what I'm saying, and then you can have a conversation with the next client coming in. So you don't need me. And that's basically what I'm doing. So now I feel comfortable. You know, like it's always little things that they call you. Oh, this client looking for you, or things like that. But like now I feel comfortable. Before I wasn't. You know, because that barber he don't know English at all, and he know English. But the thing is like
He's shy.
he
to
was
talk
scared. He was shy to talk. You know. And now I make it a point, like, even I talk with the clients, and I'll be like, he know English, he don't want to talk to you. So I try to make the client feel, like, open, you know, and trying to, like, teach him some word on English. And now the client be talking with him, and, you know, he be looking like he be learning a lot, because he be having a little conversation. I'll be looking in the mirror like, okay, he got it.
That's what's up.
And I feel
That
good
goes
with
back
that.
to what we talked about the other day on the podcast, that like it's just hard to leave your business with like other people
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just leave it onto someone that probably is not gonna manage it the right way, or they're not gonna treat your tools or their tools.
They're not going to treat it like their own. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not gonna secure it and like just take care of it. So it's hard.
Has anything ever happened with you not there?
No.
That's good.
Cool. That's what's
I don't
up.
got that so far. Thanks God. I hope it not happen.
No,
I hope it not.
Well, nothing too bad, but I mean,
Yeah, I know what
maybe-
you mean.
Yeah.
Always say scenario
Nah.
or something. So what's next for you,
No.
bro? Like what's next? Like what do you want to do now? Like after being in
Now,
business?
to be honest, I don't got too much thing to do. You know, just keep focusing on myself, and keep educating myself. Keep everything the way it's going right now, and just keep doing better every day. Literally, one day at a time, and just grow 1%. Like every day, one little thing that I do, the day that one day, let's say, like today, I'm gonna make it better than yesterday.
Word.
So I always just focus on that. So like long term, yeah, things gonna come regardless. But now I just focus on the present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that was the thing before. Like it was too much in the future, in the past, and I wasn't ever in the
in
present.
the present, right?
So in order to me achieve those goals that I have for the present, for the future, I gotta be more on the present. Like enjoying the
Right.
environment, whatever I am, and like I say, trying to be the best version of myself every single day.
Nah, that's what's up. Sometimes it's true. You gotta pay attention to what's going on now, then versus like some focus so much on the what's going on next, what's gonna happen next, instead of like what you have to do right now in order to go to that next step. So
Yup.
that's what's up.
What about you? I know maybe you have a few things you want to talk to us or ask us about.
Um, I was having a question. It go for the from the. We're gonna go back. So it was which part is for you, Jose? Like when you open your first shop,
Uh-huh.
do you thought like your shop is gonna grow as how it look right now? Like you got that mentality, or you was like, okay, let me just open the shop and whatever comes, I just gonna go with the flow, or you was having that idea in your mind?
I had doubts. I had ideas. Um, See, I've always been the type of person that I try to do, and I think something bigger always, and I'm never happy with what I just have. Um, and the same thing with you. I was very fortunate that I had good people around me. There were bad people that came around too, and I always wanted something bigger, wanted something more. I still do it. I still think, okay, look, I want something more, I want something bigger. We've sat down, even the three of us, we've sat down plenty of times and shot ideas and talked about trying to do different things. And I mean, still to this day, there's still a lot more that I want to try to do.
Right.
It just doesn't stop. Yeah. I didn't think it would get to where it is. I always kind of, in a way, thought I wanted more.
And that's the mentality of an entrepreneur, like somebody that don't feel comfortable, like how we say in the beginning. Yes, you don't feel comfortable where you are. Like in certain point, you feel comfortable, but you can do more.
Hmm.
You can get more. You know.
At first, there was things that, as an owner and as someone that would teach people, because there's a lot of people there that, you too, Chris also, that we've actually shown how to cut hair and do things.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, you want the best for everybody, right?
Right.
And sometimes I lose track as to what I should be doing because I'm more concerned with trying to help other people grow. But it gets to a point where at the end of the day, you're only going to help people that want to be helped. You know,
Right.
they're only going to want to go as far as they want to go. Um, but like I've been also fortunate, man, because there's things that I want to do that I also have people that are like, you know what, let's do it. Let's just make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they say
Um,
that successful people are never satisfied. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what's reflecting on you guys. That like you guys want something, and it gets to that point, you want more and more and more,
Yep.
and that's exactly how
Yep.
it's supposed to be.
And
So
it got um it got a positive wave because it make you get things and achieve things that probably would it take to a people, let's say for example, like 30 years to achieve it, you achieve it in 10 or in 5.
then
But
you're ahead of time. So
yes, and
you need
but
more.
sometimes
You want
that come with a
more stuff. So
consequence that you feel sometimes like lost,
mhm,
like because
mhm.
you so focused on what you want that you don't appreciate it what you have right now. And I feel like we all had to have that balance. Like I want that, but I'm grateful for what I have right now.
Cool. Yeah.
And I know I'm gonna get there. It's just gonna take time.
Right.
it is. You get tomorrow. You get to a point where you actually think of the future, and like you were saying before, some people it takes 30, some people it takes 10. Um, and I know a lot of guys see it, some do, some don't. But the way I think and my work ethic is, in a way, I kind of feel like I have to work harder than everybody else. You
And that'll make you feel like anxious.
All the time.
So that's what I'm saying. We gotta
So
focus on
sweet.
what we have right
No, and
now.
that's what I mean. But that's what's very hard for me, and I still battle
don't
with that
think
all the
like
time.
I don't mind to cut you,
Hmm.
but for me, I was feeling like that, like anxious, and I feel like also it helped me a lot, like get out from the social media, because sometimes you see something in the social media, and that's something that you had the idea, and because you see it there, it just make you anxious because you see it and you know you're gonna get there, you wanna get there, but you don't see, they don't show you in social media the progress that that person been through to be where he at right now and where you
Yeah,
wanna be in the future.
facts.
No,
So
that I know.
what it worked for
Yeah.
me, now I just take more time for myself. Like I say, go to the gym, um, create a great relationship with God. Something that I was step away. I'm not gonna say I was ateo or I wasn't believing because I don't believe in religion, but I really believe on God. Like God is the creator of all of us,
Right.
everything. And I feel if you don't have that connection, bro, you can do whatever you want. You can be millionaire and you're not gonna feel satisfied.
Hmm.
Tú no te vas a sentir pleno, no te vas a sentir en paz. And that helped me a lot with the inches though.
No, I get it. A lot of that stuff, like that whole social media thing, and I get that. That I get. That don't really concern me. I don't really care how people go.
That's
Not
good.
that I don't care, but I can see it, and I know
It
it
don't
puts a
bother
lot of
you.
work, but it doesn't bother me.
Okay, perfect.
It's not like, damn, I want to be there. I want to do that. No,
I
Yeah.
don't do it, I don't say it, but I think about it and I feel like even with, how can I say? It's not like I don't it's not like I say it like, oh, I wanna get there. It's just something, bro, in our mind, like that little talk, like, oh, you should be there. Without even you wanna think it like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you can't let your mind occupy like that thought so much.
no,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
that's
what gets
that's
you
what
frustrated.
Yep.
that's
You
what he
get me?
Yep.
says.
So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, like, uh, you know, I'm always thinking about I should be a little different than where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
it's more like personal growth than like more
It
like
has,
social
yeah, it has
media.
nothing to do with social media. It has
Yeah,
nothing to
it's
do
more
with anybody
personal
else is
growth
doing.
than anything
It's
else.
more like something personal, something that I'm like,
Right,
look,
right,
this is what it is. You know what I mean?
right.
That's what that feels like.
Feel the same way. I only use social media for entertainment and business. That's it.
That should be the
That's it.
way.
That's all I do.
What else you got? You have anything else you want to ask?
Um, I basically we covering almost everything I wanted
I know
and
Louis got.
ask.
He said he had a whole bunch of questions over there, so I'm over.
Not a bunch of questions to be honest, but it's like a deep question,
Uh-huh.
because people see us, and they see like, okay, they got a clientele, they got a business, they got this, they got that, but it's like you say before in the quiet spot, like nobody see all the work that you put in into that things that they see. And I would like to ask you, Chris, when you start working with us in the beginning,
Right.
I know it was pretty tough because we just opened up the barber. Jose opened the barbershop. We was having the clientele, but we wasn't having that fluent clientele as a walk-ins.
That's what comes in.
What take you in which tools and how you make it happen having 3 kids, you know, being un padre de casa and you gotta pay bills and you wasn't having that clientele. Which tools do you use to get up and don't give up?
Well, basically, number one is patience. You have to be very patient when you don't have clients. That's one. Two, you have to try to get people to trust you. Like, say I do a client today, just focus on that client and try to make them come back. I learned a lot from Jose, obviously from you too. You was there. You know the process I went through, and just work hard, man. Get somebody to lead you the way you guys did. It was very good for me because it gave me a lot of experience. It taught me a lot, and just I was basically on the financial wise about that you said that I had kids. Like, how did I do it? I was doing other things beside the barbershop just to
What you was doing? Can you like point it?
just to protect my family. I was out delivering food
Okay.
after the barbershop.
They don't know that.
Say that I was in the barbershop like 10 through or 5. If 5 got to the barbershop, I didn't cut nobody. I go deliver food and do something just
And
to.
that's
just
thing
to,
that people don't see it.
exactly. Those people don't see those process, but like. If I didn't do at least $100 a day, I feel like I didn't bring nothing to my house. So I had to do something just to take money to my house. So that's how I did it, man.
So basically, ustedes lo traducen en inglés lo que voy a decir. Basically, cuando se quiere, se puede.
Of course,
You
yeah.
wanna be a barber?
You want to do something, you could do it.
Yeah.
You want to be a
find a way.
barber?
But it takes a lot of sacrifice.
You
to
got,
do that,
you know, situation in your personal life that we know, but people that don't know.
though. Exactly.
And you did the best you can to make it happen.
No,
and
of
look at where
course.
you are now. Now you deliver food?
No, I don't.
No.
I do not.
Now you're making your money from the barbershop.
Only the barbershop thing.
But it's not take you one day to another one, right?
No,
It
took
was
me
months, years.
months, probably like a year and a half.
And look at you now. And that's little things, man, like people they don't realize. They be like, okay, they doing pretty good, they doing this, they doing that.
You
but
know, people never see the process that you go through, but you know, as a man, like you gotta always remember that in order to keep pushing. That's how I feel. If you forget about those things the hard things that you went through,
you lost.
that's it for you.
You lost.
That's it.
That's
That's
a
how I
fact.
feel. That's how.
No, that's true. You do. If you forget about stuff like that, it's like, okay, you did all of this, and now it's like,
Yeah. Thank you for the question. I was
you
pretty
know,
good. I
like
like that. I like that.
that's true. That's a good point. What made you say, you know what, I'm just gonna stay with the shop and not continue doing what I was doing?
The passion that I have for it, like the how I feel doing it, honestly. Cause like for me, it's like I fell in love with barbershop. Like after I left my current job that I was like truck driving,
Mm-hmm.
like I knew what already I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Cause like I was a barber before I had that job, so I said nah, I don't even feel not even like 10% of what I feel when I'm cutting hair. So I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get my clientele, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
But you need to sacrifice yourself. You have to sacrifice your family. You have to do a lot of things in order to get to that point. But you know, not everybody look at it the same way. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel that's everything that you do. I feel like it's gotta be like you said before. You was having that thing, like you was feeling like, nah, that's not for me.
It
Driving
doesn't. It
trucks.
didn't fulfill like
You wasn't feel good
exactly.
yourself.
So,
And I feel like barbershop, other barbers that love the industry of barbershop, they gonna se van a identificar con esto. ¿Cómo se dice identificar?
identify yourself.
Identify with this. Barbershop has something that I can explain it with like one word, but with me it's like if I don't cutting hair, let's say I work Tuesday through Saturday. If I don't cutting hair Tuesday and doing like other things, I feel like I'm missing out something during the day. Like I feel like I don't do something. I feel like that's the love and the passion that I have for the craft.
Right.
And I feel some barbers feel like that. Even when I'm on vacation, sometimes like if I go for like 10 days, like the first 3-4 days, like I'm cool, I'm on vacation. But then I kind of feel like, damn, like I miss the barbershop, you know, like I miss the clientele, like I miss, you know, the environment itself.
You know, I noticed for some people, either you love it or you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
There really isn't an in between. You know, the ones that are more successful are the ones that have a love for it, that have that. Where, let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. During the pandemic, I took maybe a couple weeks off, but I couldn't do it, dude. I was about to put designs in my dog. You know,
Yeah, it was
like
it
I
was
was
rough.
about to give my dog a haircut.
Yup.
And you know, it's like I said, it's that love-hate relationship. You miss it. You know, we actually took we took a living room and turned it into a fucking barbershop.
Yup.
That's what's up. I remember
That's when everything
Yeah.
started, you know,
Yeah.
getting together.
That was the first
With the
time
relationship with us.
you talked to me about barbershop.
Yeah.
You asked me exactly. I remember you asked me, what do you have to do in
To leave the
order
barbershop, to leave the
in
driving
order
trucks.
to leave trucking to come back to a barbershop?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Or how much money was it that you needed to make to leave
Yeah,
that
yeah,
alone?
yeah. You asked me about the money too, but you asked me that, and then I was like, wow. At the moment, I didn't feel like I had to go back, but I did have to go back. I was just like trying to make money, and like God told me that like not everything you do it like for the
For money.
for the money, and that's what I learned from that, man. Like I put up a story couple days ago on my Instagram that said, find something you love and enjoy doing, and you will not work for the rest of your life.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And
No,
That's
it's true
really
because
true.
I've had
Inspiring.
jobs that I'm miserable as fuck. Excuse my language, and some of you guys that I worked at, fuck you. But, I, yo, I love what I do. I wake up in the morning like, all right, let's go.
what's up? Yeah, let's get it.
Turn the key, boom, I'm there early, you know. But yeah, man. I mean, it wasn't easy, you know. And I loved it, man. I like having good people around me, you know. During the pandemic, I remember I called you up and I was like, yo, you need to come get this money.
It's a lot of money.
He was real unsure. He was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to
Bro.
get sick. And I go, bro, you're going to
You
get
know,
sick anyway. It's
you're
going to
right.
happen.
You're right, and that's good. I was having that on my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you sabes, te adelantaste.
Oh. No, but it was the truth. I was
Nah,
like,
nah,
yo, you
it's
better
true.
come get it.
Yo, it was pandemic was rough for everybody. For some people, it was good because they make a lot of money. But for us, that we use depends from other people, you know, like job and stuff. It was rough, and I remember that time was scared because, you know, at least you was having your family with you, bro. I was having nobody. I only was having you and my clients. All my family was in New York. I was living by myself, and I was scared, bro. I was like, damn, if I get sick here, I'm gonna die. Literally, I don't got no insurance. I'm on the state that I don't have nobody. It's my clients and the person that I work with, and you know, it was hard. But then when I was having to pay the bills double, and I see that little saving that I was having, it was going away, just
Going
paying
down
bills.
and
I was like, Jose, where you got the shirt that you are right now? The shirt that you cutting at your, you know, your key living room. It's
Yo,
like, oh, I got
I
the
need
I got
to
the
go
dude
back to
for
work.
Son.
$50. I was like, let's get one today.
$50. You know how much money
Yup.
we got from those fucking chairs, bro?
We was making banks. We were making like what? You was making a lot because you was doing all the things beside the barbershop.
Yeah, we was doing
Like
good.
selling clothes and stuff like that.
So I think one time I showed you, it was like 8 hours. I think I made $2,000.
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah.
8
Yeah,
hours.
bro.
That's a worth of a week.
Yeah.
2 weeks probably for
A
certain
lot of people to
Yeah.
me, of course, yeah. But nah, that's great, man. Like that's very inspiring to a lot of people, though. Like,
But it's
not
like,
everybody like are willing to sacrifice their health, their family to go back to a barbershop.
Bro, my
Just
thought
cut
process
people.
was like, look, I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get it anyway, right?
Mhm.
It's going to happen because everybody's going to get it.
mm-hmm.
So what am I going to do? You know, I was like, I actually applied for unemployment.
You say
And,
fuck it.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm
Say,
going to
fuck
fucking,
it. Go back to work.
yeah, I'm going to do it.
Bro,
Mhm.
while I was driving trucks, there were people hitting me up like, "Yo, you still cut hair, bro?" 'Cause, I look,
Bro, there was
I look a mess.
fiends. It was fiends. All I did,
I'm like,
son,
nah, I don't cut.
I
hair
cut
no
one
more.
person's hair and put it on Snapchat.
Everybody
it.
was like,
It
was done.
even clients from other barbers that we never cut, they was
Yeah.
there, and they turn it into our clients.
And then they would bring their families, their
Yup.
friends, their uncles.
And
they
then
would
I
drive an
remember-
hour from
I
wherever
remember-
it was to come to the
Nah.
crib to get a haircut.
The word got spread.
You know what? I remember that time that I think it was a neighbor of your son, like called the cops and everything,
Uh-huh.
because they were seeing that so many people coming to the house and came out, you know, coming in, came out. You know, they think that we was doing like certain stupid
They was watching
shit.
the house.
Yeah,
Ask him.
yeah,
I mean, shout out to the, I don't want, you know what? I'm not going to say.
yeah. Don't
Right?
say it. Don't say it.
But Sunday was getting haircuts by us.
Yeah.
They was
Yup.
like, oh, word? They would come in.
Yup.
Louis would be, I remember that one time Louis standing there like this, looking at this dude funny. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, that was the police officer. It was
Yeah.
across the street watching the house, thinking
Yup.
we were selling drugs at the crib.
Nah, man, we was just, you know, making people feel fresh and, you know, made their way to us to pay bills because those bills doesn't stop.
Yeah, it don't stop. Like,
Quarantine, like, literally, bro, like,
yeah,
¿cómo se dice?
terrible.
Drag me out?
Yeah, drag you.
Yeah, bro, like, I was having a couple of thousand saving.
Dry.
I was like, yeah, I'm going
That's
to be
it,
good
dry.
for like 2-3 months. After the 2 months
Yeah,
passed, I
right.
was like,
Yeah, right.
I got to find a way. And my way with Jose. I really thank you for that though.
No, it was dope. I had fun.
Because
Regardless,
after
but
that, I was like,
shit
you
was
know
dope.
what? That's the way. And you know what? If it happened again, bro, I'm not gonna stop. If I got to close the shop, I close the shop. But
what if
I'm
Yo,
not,
what do you think
I'm
one of the
not going
main
to
reasons
stop.
why I wanted to open a barber shop? You think I want anybody to ever tell me, yo, you can't work?
Well, in the
You don't
barbershop, they
nobody-
can do it.
Yeah.
They can try.
Yeah, they can try.
Yeah, they can put something up, or they can try, but I can. Oh, fuck. I mean, shutting whatever. But I am not shutting shit down. I will close the curtains, lock the fucking door, put a camera outside. Y'all motherfuckers call me when you're outside. I'm gonna unlock the door, bring you guys in. You understand what that is?
We're not gonna stop.
So
Fuck
how is it
that.
that Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, all these other places
They
are
open,
they
yeah.
can stay open?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And then meanwhile we got to shut down because of what? I think it's just the same thing.
I don't know. I thought like the pandemic was more like business.
I'm gonna tell you guys a story, right? I when I first started cutting hair, I made no money. Like I had no friends out here. I didn't know anybody. Right? My barber, shout out to Solo Cash, Sharp Cuts too. He showed me, like, okay, I'm not just gonna show you the barbershop, I'm gonna teach you the business of it, right? And he kind of put me under his wing and things like that. I didn't make any money. Like there was times where I barely had money for a pack of cigarettes just from cutting hair. So I had to work nights. I would work from 11 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning, sleep 3 hours, be at the barbershop by 10, 11 till 6. Same thing, go home, whatever, right? I did that for a while. But it still wasn't enough. Like I could not. I went from a lifestyle of where I was making $1,500 to $2,000 a week to literally working at a warehouse making a quarter of that. And it still wasn't enough. So time came and, I fell behind on a lot of things. I lost a house. I lost a car. I ended up living with my sister for a couple months. And it was just me being stubborn, me being tired of working for other people and going through all this bullshit that I was going through. And, a lot of people put me down. It was like, yeah, what the hell are you doing? Putting your family through this. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Barbers don't make no money, and it wasn't even all about money, because I knew that, the way, what I had in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm not listening to nobody, and went through a lot. My kids looked at me different. I would drive a super hoopty back. My kids were freaking embarrassed to get in the car. And then I remember one day, I'm realizing, I'm like, yo, I'm starting to get booked out. I'm starting to get busy. And, I just kept with it, And at some point, I had to make a choice, whether I was going to go full into the barbershop or whether I was going to continue to do what I was doing, And anyway, long story short, one of the best things that was ever said to me from my kids was, Dad, now I see what you was doing. And that shit's
Blow your mind.
you have no idea.
And those are the things that the sacrifice that I talk about that like
Yep.
people sometimes they don't understand, but once they start seeing the growth and the things that you had in your vision and in your mind, then
Yeah.
everything starts to make sense. You get me? So, it's hard,
so
man, it's hard to
There's,
go
a
through
lot
shit
of people
like
go through a lot of stuff, Now I got my son working in the barbershop. I'm teaching my daughter.
that. Right.
Now we got this thing that we're doing. There's a lot more I want to do. I'm not going to say too much because, you got haters out there that want to see you fail, But, I mean, my kids are older, they've been through, and I'm glad that they saw all that stuff, because now they know that, okay, you can lose this, you can lose that, but you can always get it back. You just got to apply yourself.
No,
That's it.
your family trusts you.
I mean, it wasn't always about trust. It was, bro,
No,
trust
but
me, I went through stuff.
But the sacrifice you did, that they saw that everything that happened, now they're gonna trust you more to lead into other things.
Yeah.
And whatever you say and whatever plans you have, they probably gonna support you more.
Yeah.
You know why I think like we all had that in ourselves that we know what to do. In order to get where we want to get. But the distraction is what it is
Keeps you away from
keep you away from that goal. And point at what you were saying before, his kid now trusts him because he not only say it, he manifested,
He did it.
and his family see it. Now whatever he say, basically they gonna, you know,
Even if he fails
even
at
if
it.
they don't feel like it's gonna happen, they gonna think about it like he gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, he gonna make it happen. Even if you fail,
They're
because
gonna be positive
we human.
towards it.
but that's the thing. Like whatever we had in our mind, in ourselves, we just gotta do it. And people's gonna say, "No, you crazy, you this, you that," but just do it because at the end of the day, those gonna be the people that's gonna clap you when they see you win. They're gonna hate you, but then when they see you, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this motherfucker is crazy. He make it happen." You know what I mean? And I feel like not only with your family, yes, with anybody like know you, they're gonna see it.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's a process everybody goes through in a way. Just everybody's story is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are the things that people don't talk about. But yeah, there's a lot more that I want to do, and like I said, I still deal with that. Yo, you're crazy. Don't do it.
Now keep pushing. Keep pushing.
We all gonna deal
and
with
then
that
those
for
you
sure.
crazy, they motivate you more to do.
When I remember from, I don't mind to coach you, my bad.
No, I'm done.
I hear that word from Nelson Ramirez. He got a lot of companies in Dominican Republic of beauty things. That was the person that gave me the opportunity to be part of Ocean.
Yeah.
The sir that came to the barbershop with Franklin that time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I hear that. I think it was Tremendo was doing an interview for him, and Tremendo say, "Yo, my mom say I'm crazy because I came up with that idea." And I remember that word. He was like, when they say it to you, like you crazy for that idea, they literally saying that's the idea that you gotta go for it because it's not in their mind. It's not gonna be like your thought is wrong. Just go for it. Just go.
You know,
If you
nobody's-
make it, you're
Nobody's
gonna
gonna
feel
see your
good.
vision.
But if you don't make it, at least you're gonna have that positive mind to be like, at least I try. You know what I mean?
You don't
That-
lose anything from trying it. So
Right. So you're not gonna be like, oh, I not even try it. So I don't know if I was crazy or I was not. But when they tell you you crazy, that's when you gotta go like the more hard. Like you gotta go all the way in.
Yeah.
You crazy? Let's go.
that's
If they don't say you crazy, you're not doing it what you're supposed to be doing.
not doing the right thing. Yeah.
Yup.
They don't say you lose, you learn. So
And that's part of the motivation, man. That's the part that everyone looked down on you and was like, "Yo, like, what is he doing? Why barbers don't make money? You left a good job with benefits for this, and all that was like, you know what? When I pass away, I want to be able to say, okay, you know what? At least have something to give my kids because as a father, that's something ultimately you want to have to, you want to be able to do.
And believe it or not, you creating like legacy right now. Because now you mentioned it before. Now your key is a barber. And now you're teaching your daughter, you were saying before, right?
Yep, she's learning.
She's learning. So that's basically a legacy that, it was if you think about it, it's everything what you do. You're the head of the house. You got to do the right thing in order to your kids and whoever follow your step doing the right thing. If you're doing good, the people that's going to be around you, they're going to do good as long as that they want to do it. Like you said before, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, man, just, I feel like life is great. Life is great, bro.
it's up to us
Life,
to look at it that way.
yeah. We all have those moments that we feel like damn, like, ¿qué diablo fue lo que yo hice para yo tener esta situación?
Yeah.
Like, and when you look back and then you pass the situation, you look back and you be like, come on. Dang, I was getting crazy just for that. Like, now it's time to, to just keep going and play hard.
Nah, but
I feel it's like it levels.
the best thing is that like in order to get to where you want to go, you have to go through that. If not, you're not gonna go to that step
Yup.
or make it to the next step.
You know, we were talking about something before, right? And how I mentioned it to you, you know, and I said it in Spanish. I was like, the devil's evil.
Yeah, of course.
The what?
The devil.
The
El
devil
diablo es malo.
is
Oh yeah.
All right, you focus on something. There's always other things that get in your way that try to distract you and take you off of that path. You know, and lately, you know, there's a lot of things that like I've dealt with that you know I'm like, yo, this is crazy. All right, but anyway, long story short, but there's also things that happen to you, and then when they do happen to you, you kind of have to be ready, okay, to accept it.
Mhm.
Okay. You know, we all met different ways, right? You had got me into, you took me to the first barber competition. You know,
I remember that one.
that one
Dale,
happened.
puñeta.
That one
Bro,
happened.
he fuck. Bro, like you wanted me say it? Or you
No,
want to
no,
say that part?
we're gonna get back to that.
Yo,
But listen, so he took me to my first competition. Ever since then, it's been a wrap,
Word.
right? Yeah, I love being a barber and I love cutting hair and I love doing this and I love doing that, right? But that moment, I think, seeing that part of the industry open so many
Yeah.
thoughts and ideas, you know, that still to this day, you know, there's things that I still want to accomplish
Right.
because of that day. Like, bro, that thing it was like I was home. You know what I mean? Like I was like, yo, this is great.
Made you feel good, right?
yup.
Yeah. But so, all right, we're gonna talk about the story. So again, I'm gonna let you explain it. Again.
That time that that we went to that barber competition, I was having that kind of like a little idea what I'm gonna do. It was a freestyle. I remember it was on Byrd County, Barber Battle.
Shout out to E Barber.
Shout out to E Barber, Mr. Freestyle from Reading, PA. And I was there, you know, it was my first time competing in the barber competition. And I was there and I was like, okay, I'm ready. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, oh shit, what I gonna do? Like I had an
First
idea.
one that you went
That was the first one.
Yeah,
I
that was
went
the
to.
first one that he went. And he was the only one. Literally, the stage was right here and he was over there. And other people were sitting like,
back.
probably like, yeah, like 5 or 10 feet like behind him. So like probably if people don't know that he was with me, they probably would think that he was basically like a judge or something like that, like a judge. And when I started, he got that emotional thing. He was like, "Dale puñeta!" Loco, I was having the trimmer and I was about to start when he said, "Dale puñeta!" Bro, I make a hole.
You made a hole in the hair.
I was like, "Fuck,
Oh, wait.
bro!" Literally, I take like 10 seconds, and I was like,
What
I gonna do now? Like that shit was like a whole different thing what I was having on my mind. And I was like, you know what? I just gonna go with the flow. Bro, I create a little, ¿cómo se dice delfín en inglés?
Dolphin.
A dolphin in like 3D ways. Like
Let me guess.
half,
Did you win
half
that day?
wind, half like blink because that spot was the one I made the hole. So I was like, damn, I gotta do something crazy. So I make it like the contra. I made the white was the part I made the hole. I raise it and then in the bottom I made the dark spot and then I fade it, bro. I make it like a whole design. And guess what?
Did you win?
First place.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's what I about to say. Yo, everything. That's what I say. Life is great. We just, we just gotta see the life, trying to see life from another perspective. Like the positive way. Like, okay, in that moment you think it's bad. Like, okay, it's bad, but I feel like everything that happened for you and you think in that moment is bad, it's had like a lesson behind that.
That's what I always
That you
say,
gotta
that,
learn.
like, it depends how you look at things. If you take it in a negative way, what if you would have get mad? You'd be like, nah, I'm not competing.
Bro, I
anymore.
probably
You
would
would've
lose.
never won.
And I don't even when I made the design, I was like, you know what? Like,
Just
let
take
me just do
easy.
it.
Yeah,
But when
take
I
it
finish it, bro, and I step back, like, I was like, I got that shit. Like, I win.
Yeah. If you would have get mad or like get discouraged, you would have never done
It
anything.
just take me 10 seconds. Breathe.
Exactly. So,
Go with the flow, Luis. Boom, 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 boom,
You,
boom,
you
boom.
know what's crazy is that, somehow. All right, so how do I say this the right way? So somehow he got me into his first competition, and now we're actually going to be judging the competition together. Like that's crazy.
Yup,
Life is crazy, man.
literally. It's not the same competition, but it's basically the same because it's the same person. Like it was
Yeah, it's the
organized
same.
and the same host.
Some host.
It's not. It's basically the same one, but it's connect with it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like everything on life is
No, he
happening
means
for a
like
reason.
y'all gonna be on the same scenario, judging people and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's literally
yeah,
the same
yeah.
competition. So
Yeah.
They just got another name,
I get
another
what you
space.
mean, though. I get what you mean.
Yeah, I think that's dope, man. That whole thing. You guys don't go to these events or nothing like that, man. You guys.
Yeah,
gotta
missing
go.
out for
You have
sure.
No idea what goes on at these.
Yeah,
things.
missing out for sure. It's
What
a
else you
lot of
got?
things that we learn. A lot.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna cut it short because it's already 2 hours we've been yapping.
And I gotta use the bathroom. I was just holding it here down. I be like, shit, like.
All right, guys. Yeah, be safe. Peace.
Nah, ¿dónde que está el baño?